I'll be leaving after this, so let me just offer this rather quickly.
Two microphones.
I'm disappointed that the neighborhood committee, which Evelyn, Sorrel, and I were appointed to create under Eileen Foley in 1995, has turned into nothing else other than an arm of city government. And when we get to a point, when you get to a point, I've been involved on this neighborhood committee the past 2 years as a council representative, that a mayor and city council, and it's really the mayor, appoints members of a steering committee, and then the steering committee assumes the power of its own to choose the chair and the direction of the committee. It becomes part of city government. The idea of the neighborhood committee that we started back in 1995 and was endorsed at that time by citizens of this community was to be a citizens neighborhood committee that would advocate for the needs of neighborhoods. Unfortunately, I have seen in the past 2 years in particular that this committee has done more the bidding of city government. In order to be independent, you either need to have the foresight as steering committee members who are assuming this kind of power to loosen up and let citizens lead, us lead, the rest of us lead, or we need a different kind of a citizens neighborhood committee. And you can become the formal branch of city government and city management that you so much seem to want to be. Thank you.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
You use a microphone, Chase.
And I'm here not as a commissioner, but as a
Citizen?
citizen activist.
Well, let me ask.
Which is much more important in my role than a member of a steering committee.
What is it in the last 2 years that you think that this committee has done that has done the bidding of City Council?
I have not seen the advocacy when issues have come up about such issues as neighborhood demolition, which we had about 2 years ago when this committee did not get involved in that and support the legislation that I and others were supporting in the city council that passed, that a demolition ordinance would have to be reviewed by neighborhoods. I did not see that happening.
And what is your concern about the current members of this steering committee failing to represent the community and give them a voice?
I think
in local
it's
government?
this side of the room where citizens are saying,
But I'm
"We came
also a
here
citizen."
tonight," where citizens who don't have a title, who are here as citizen activists, are saying tonight, let us participate. And essentially are saying, yeah, we've got a voice, we can speak up, like I'm doing now, but hell, you can't vote.
I guess I have a follow-up question.
I'm not here to debate you. I just wanted to offer this thought. I can't think that Evelyn Sorrel, she can't be here, but I wanted to voice what I think that she would want me to voice tonight, that this is not right. Something is wrong with this. And as a citizen, I'm saying that.
Fair enough. I think.
If I wanted to debate you, I would have run for the city council again.
Yeah, no, fair enough. You're certainly entitled to your opinion about it as a person who was served on that neighborhood committee and with a lot of the people in this room. I feel very proud of the work that we did the last couple of years. I think we did, not just the last couple of years, for many years before that Christie had done and that we continued to do and tried to work on. I feel like we did a lot to advocate on behalf of the neighborhoods and residents of the city to reach out and activate and involve residents and neighborhoods in every part of the city, that we did a lot to do that. I feel proud and good about that. I think that's some of why we have as many people interested in being on the steering committee as we have. So I feel like those are good things. We have a lot of the city represented on that steering committee, a lot of different interests, and a lot of demographics. So I feel good about it. I'm sorry that you feel disappointed in it. Ultimately, yes, as a mayor on the Blue Ribbon Committee, it is at the purview of the mayor to create the committee. He asked this committee to exist and carry on the work on behalf of the neighborhoods, and we're going to do the best we can.
I guess I expected more, that's all.
I just have to say, I am also extremely proud of what we've done in the last couple of years. The neighborhood forums have been very, very successful, and I do feel as though that is getting the residents' voices heard. I think that I've been on this committee, 97 is when I started coming to these meetings. And there were times where Christy and I sat here by ourselves. There was nobody else here. 2 or 3 meetings in a row. Kelly, when you were on the committee, sometimes nobody would come. Through a lot of hard work, I feel like we have gotten so many more citizens involved. And my opinion is we're here to hear everybody's voices, and we can't always advocate for everything because not everybody agrees. There's a million opinions out there. Let's get all the voices heard. We don't have to always get behind a neighborhood because the loudest voices aren't always the majority voices. And I feel strongly about that, and I really feel as though this committee has done a great job in presenting forums and methods to have more voices heard. And that's what I feel that I'm very proud of.
Hey, I started out by saying I don't want to debate you, and I'm not. I agree with much of what you said. There is a role for what the structure has become as a branch of city government, if that's what you want to do. I'm saying that it would be better, and I expect more of a citywide neighborhood committee to be separate and apart at least a little bit, such as when we come as citizens and say, let us vote in something like this. Maybe we do need the continuation of a mayor's-driven, a city council, city government, management-driven neighborhood committee. That's obviously what we've got, and it's going to continue. But in addition to, I think we need a separate citizens neighborhood committee, and perhaps we're going to see that develop in the next few years, because citizen activism that is apart and separate from city government sometimes delivers best. And maybe that's what we need in Portsmouth, instead of everything driven from the 4th floor of this building.
Kathleen, yes.
Thank you.
I came to, as a